Yo, what's going on? What's going on? Welcome back. Welcome back to a new season, a new start, a new kickoff, fresh start, fresh slate of the hottest podcast on the airways. This is the DLS, the Date Late Show, ladies and gentlemen. But before we get the show started and get everything kicked off for what we have planned for you guys here today, if you're watching this video right now, I need you to do these three things for me, and please do it to your best ability, right? If you can hit that like, subscribe, and leave a comment too, and let us know what you think about the show. Like the comments, like the show, subscribe to the channel, and we'll do our best to give you the best content that we can. All right. With that being said, Trey, let's go kick it off and let's give it to him. Let's get into it. Let's go. Yo, what's going on? What's going on? You're locked in and loaded to a new episode, a new season of the hottest podcast on the airwaves. This is the DLS, the Day Late Show. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a minute, but we back better than ever, and we ready. We ready to kick off this new season with more new guests, more great topics, and of course, your favorite host. He too smooth. Who else? Who else would you want here? Who else? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just playing. But nah, we are very excited for this new season, and I hope that you guys will enjoy it just as much as we enjoyed making it, honestly. With that being said, man, let's get right into it. Each week here on the DLS, before we start off the show, we always like to give a quick debrief, just talking about some things that we've been through, some highs for the week, as well as the lows for the week. With me being the only host here today, a couple of highs for me this week is I'm on vacation, so I'm off of work. That's a blessing. Some lows for me this week. Man, honestly, I really don't have no lows this week, and I'm not trying to sound so cliche. Trying to sound like I don't have problems because I do, but I really don't have no lows for this week. I had a strong message at church yesterday. And it really was something that I needed, and it gave me the boost that I needed to continue on for this week, as well as moving forward. So my lows, man, I just don't even look at them as lows. I just look at them as fuel to the fire. You add it to whatever it is, what don't kill you, it only makes you stronger. You just keep your head up and keep moving and keep pushing forward. But now, man, so Trey, we here, man. We here. Finally back, getting us an episode. I feel great about this, but over the time that we've been away, we've been paying a lot of bills, dealing with a lot individually as far as, taking care of what we need to take care of. And I couldn't help, man. I couldn't wait to get back into this setting, man, because so much done happened since we've been away. And honestly, man, I really want to pinpoint everything down to the point where we can talk about it, but it's going to take me all day, and I'm not here for that. So these are some of the things that I just came up with, but more than anything, these are some of the things that I felt was the most important to talk about. So let's get into it. The first topic is just simply talking about, which I know everybody by this time, you done heard about it, you done read about it. If you ain't read about it, you've been living on a rock. So we're going to talk about this submarine, right? The submarine, everybody knows, that went down to the bottom of the ocean to look for the Titanic, or to find the Titanic, or what, however you believe it, however you want to write it, however you want to put it. They was down there basically trying to see if they can find pieces or find where exactly was the sinking ship of the Titanic. Now, before I decided to do this topic, I had to take some time. I had to talk to a lot of people to make sure that what I was gonna say didn't come off irresponsible, that it didn't come off harmful or hurtful to anyone, and especially to the families that have lost a loved one into this tragedy accident. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. With me talking to a lot of people, man, I truly felt like this was just something that needed to be talked about because I just needed to understand. I just need to understand. And Twitter, y'all undefeated. Facebook, y'all most definitely undefeated. TikTok, I ain't even finna get into the TikToks that I seen because that honestly, some of those wasn't even called for. But y'all undefeated too. But I just want to understand something. How did we get from a point of finding out 24 hours previous that the people that were on that submarine had died, lost at sea, to turn right back around 24 hours later for them to announce that Netflix was coming out with a series, not a special, a series of this tragic accident. Now, I'm not the smartest man in the world, never do I claim to be. But it's some red flags somewhere. It's some red flags in here. And then it's another thing that really that's not making sense to me is how do you go about saying that these people hit the water Sunday? And you mean to tell me that y'all lost connection with these people less than an hour into their trip? And nobody thought that there was nothing else left to do besides not say nothing, keep it away from the people? Just for us to find out 24 hours later, the next day, Monday, that these people have been lost for what, 8-9 hours? That was a red flag right then and there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, to my people, I'm telling y'all, man, y'all don't believe everything that y'all see, everything that y'all hear, because a lot of this stuff that they saying, it just don't make sense. It just don't make sense. Then you tell me that these people have died, but I just want to know, because the last time I heard that they were what, maybe 2.5 miles deep underwater. Last time I checked, the U.S. military or even the U.S. together, I didn't even know they made anything that goes that far down into the ocean. So that's a red flag within itself. But then again, like I said, who am I? I don't know. I don't work for the government. But I'm saying this. From what these people been saying, that these people were just adventurous. They love doing things, living life on the edge, and that's cool. That's cool. If you like living life on the edge, if you love to be adventurous, you love going, seeing what life has to offer, taking yourself out your comfort zone, putting yourself in unfamiliar charters, that's fine. Nobody's knocking it. All I'm saying to you is this. If you're going to do that, please, 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 remember to take your loved ones into consideration. Take your loved ones into consideration. Even if it's just simply you doing something on your bucket list, jumping off the airplane, bungee jumping, kayaking, whatever the case is. Make sure you just take your loved ones into consideration. Because honestly, and I've been seeing it more now than then. Like, I look, I'm all for living on the edge. I really am. But y'all just gotta make sure that y'all, bro, talk to your loved ones. Take them in consideration. If it don't make sense, if you getting a bad vibe about something before you do it, that don't make you no lesser than an adventure than the next man, than the next woman. That don't make you lesser than nobody. That just honestly, that gives you the God-willing common sense that you was blessed to have. And what that means is, if what I was told and taught growing up, if your intuition is telling you something ain't right, 10 out of 10, it's not right. So if you want to be adventurous, again, man, by all means, go dive off the Empire State Building if that's what you decide to do. Just make sure you take your loved ones into consideration about this, because if something was to happen, God forbid, it does. If something was to happen, you don't have to deal with the outcome of it. Your family do. So on a serious note, like, again, just take the people around you into consideration before you go and live life and live life to the fullest and live life on the edge. Again, if that's you, more power to you. I wish I could be like that. Just take yourself into consideration and your loved ones around you. You hear me? With that being said, let's move on to this next topic. This next topic is really just simply, and I feel like I can't even really just say that this. I'm not into the politics. I'm not into the drama that it comes with. But it's something that really caught my attention. And with everything that's going on, I just, for the life of me, man, I can't understand this. We have so much other stuff that's going on in this world that really needs to be addressed. Killing these innocent kids, killing innocent black folk, trying to take education away from these kids. We have so much in this world that we need to be bumped at. Not in this world, in the United States. We have so much in the United States that we need to be trying to deal with and figure out. But for the life of me, I cannot understand why is it more important that we pay attention to Trump, what he got going on, and why are we paying attention to not even the president, but his son? What's going on in his son's life? That don't got nothing to do with what we got going on. We got people down there in Florida that's fighting for their life. If you look like me, you're fighting for your life right now in Florida. If you look like me, you fighting for your life regardless. But it's so much other stuff in these states. America of the United States, America, the great home of the free land of all that good opportunity, all that. But we have so much stuff that's going on out here that needs to be addressed. And I'm not just talking about picking on it or trying to talk over the subject or talking through it. No, I'm talking about really directing this. How can we keep these kids protected? How can we make these parents feel more okay to send their kids to school? How can we let these kids know that it's okay for you to go to school, that you will go home? How do you come up with solutions for that? Better yet, how do you come up with solutions to teach these kids about their history? And not lie to them and not tell them what you want them to know. Yes, the thirst of knowledge is laid upon you, but us as adults, we have to guide these kids. It's no more talking about the dividance of the United States. We know that. That's black and gray. Black and white, however you want to put it. That's written. It's there. So all I'm saying is this. America, please, let's wake up. And let's really talk about the issues that's at hand. Let's talk about this. I don't care about what Trump got going on. He don't want to turn the papers in. We already got rules placed and set for that. Do what needs to be done. As far as the president's son goes, you are not the president. You're not a governor. You're not a local official. Your father just happened to be the highest paid man in the world right now as the president. Focus on him and leave the son alone. That ain't got nothing to do with us. He's not helping us. He's not helping nothing over here for the U.S. Nothing. So why are we talking about it? Let's get under this gun control law. Let's figure that out. Let's get these kids the history that they really need. And more importantly, let's make sure that these kids get home to their parents at the end of the school day. That is what we need to be talking about. With that being said, I don't care about y'all sending me DMs. I don't care about y'all texting me, telling me, oh, E, this, that, and the third. Oh, E, you need to talk about that. I'm going to talk about it when the time is right. And I felt like in this moment, because I don't get into politics, but in this moment, this is really something that we truly need to talk about. Because it's just mind-blowing to me. It's very mind-blowing to me that we can have a group of people that can sit around the table and literally, to me, what it feels like is you flip a coin each day to see what nonsense that y'all can come up with that will make sense to the American people. That's what it feels like. Literally, a bunch of sitting around the table flipping a coin and coming up with the craziest thing to talk about than what needs to be talked about. Come on, America. We got to do better. We got to do better. Last but not least, man, let's get on into this next subject. I want to say this, and I'm gonna leave it at this. And we as a people, we got to start doing better. And when I say people, I'm talking about all of us, not just my people, but more important to my people for sure, but all of us. Man, we got to do better. We got to do better. I was having a conversation the other day with a coworker of mine, and basically what we was talking about was just work ethic. How hard, like, work ethic? Where is it? You know, why don't a lot of people have it, or why does this generation seem like it's lacking so much of work ethic? And like I explained to him, I wouldn't say that this generation is lacking the work ethic. It's just this generation is just misled. It's misled. And the thing of it is in this generation, of course I'm a part of this generation, but I feel like my age group, so the late 20s, my age group, we was on the brinks of that hard work to eat. Hard work, you eat. And we was on that cufflink of that new media, that new entertainment, that new internet, just social media, technology. We was at the start of it. But we also was at the end of that baby boom generation that work hard. If you don't work hard, you don't eat. So being in that realm, it kind of showed you, especially if you grew up, if it was a single father, single mother, whatever the case was, and you single grandmother, single auntie, single uncle, or just seeing your mother or your father doing it with 6, maybe 7 kids in the house, 8 kids in the house, or whatever the case is, seeing that hard work, it just drove you to want to do better. It drove you to want to not see yourself in that situation, but more than anything, it drove you to bring somebody that you love the most out of that situation. That my age group, so that late 20s, early 30s, that age group, that this one I'm directing this to. And what I told them at work was, we can't. And what I hate is when I hear, especially these older folks, try to talk down on our generation, like they parents weren't talking down on their generation. You know what I mean? So it's just like, we got to do better as people, and we got to really hold ourselves accountable for the wrongs that we doing. Yeah, we young. Yeah, we live fast. Yeah, we don't know everything. But y'all, that's the older generation. That's where y'all come in to help us, to guide us, to push us, to get us to where we need to be. Us as young folks, yeah, some of us are cutthroat. Some of us don't want to listen. Some of us are hard-headed. But we have a word for that. You know what I'm saying? We have a phase for that. And, you know, what my grandmother used to tell me is, a hard head makes it, you know, the rest. I can help you only if you want to be helped. So I say that to say this. And let's start speaking up to all these content creators that's doing this. Have your own voice. Use your platforms to promote change. Go out here. Push each other. Push each other. If you are any type of creative mind, it don't have to be in front of the camera. It don't have to be behind the camera. If you can write, if you can do culinary, paint, whatever it is, whatever type of creative you do, and you are a creative mind, I just ask that you find a way to promote change on your platforms. Even if it's just the smallest thing, if it's just supporting these up and coming businesses, if it's just you giving a word of encouragement to somebody that's trying to fight, that's trying to keep going, that's trying to figure out, where is my lane, where is my niche in doing this. You never know. You never know. And then don't stop there. Don't stop there. Go ask people. Go talk to people. Go see how people doing. because you never know, man. This thing here, and in this time of me being gone, man, I realized a lot has happened to me within my life. But I have understood too that I haven't came this far just to turn back around. God hasn't brought me here to just turn me back around. So I'm saying that to say this to y'all. Whatever it is that you have, man, I ask that you promote this, that you promote. You go out here, you find people that's trying to do the right thing, that's trying to put content, that's trying to show their art, that's trying to give their inner self to the world. Go out here and find these people. Network with them. Talk with them. Everybody has a story. They just waiting on it to be told. Everybody does. And that's free game. I really should charge these people, bro. I really should charge them. But I ain't gonna charge y'all. I ain't gonna charge y'all because it's free game. And if I can pass it to one person, I hope that one person can do the same thing. Y'all remember, and like I said, if you grew up around my time, you were watching Disney Channel. It was three things you was watching. You were watching Cartoon Network, Disney Channel, or you were watching goddamn Nickelodeon. Those are three things you were watching. So, if you can take anything that I done said here today, pass it along. Keep passing it. Promote, support, and love, man. That's it. Support, promote, and love, man. If you take anything, like I say, if you were watching those three cartoons, you remember this. We all come together when we pass the plate. Pass the plate. Give information. Share information. And let's, let's see. Let's start the change. Let's be the change that we really want to see, man. Let's quit trying to tell these stories and trying to come up with these lines and fictional quotes about what we can do to become better and do all this. Man, the only thing you can do to become better is change yourself. Just do it. You can't sit up here and write no story, no book about telling somebody how to help promote this or how to love somebody here or how to support somebody here. Man, you can't do none of that. It ain't enough writing in this world. There ain't enough knowledge in this world that'll tell you how to do that, because why? It's just a given talent. It's just something that's in you. It has to be in you. Support, man. Love someone. Now, I'm not saying forgive them. I'm not saying forget it neither. I am saying forgive them. I'm sorry. I am saying forgive them. But I'm not saying forget it. You know what I'm saying? So, with that, again, if you take anything from today's show, let's be the change that we want to see. Let's be the change that we want to see, because right now, don't fall for it, man. Do not fall for it, because there's so much that's been thrown. So much that's been talked about that's taking you away from what's really going on. And it's this presidential race that's going on right now that we all need to be paying attention to. We all need to be studying. We all need to have our heads on that specific point. You understand me? If you don't know, man, go pick up a book, man. Go pick up a paper. Go read an article. Go do whatever it takes, man. Get yourself up on this knowledge. Ask yourself these questions. Read more. Ask questions. Because it's real crucial right now. Real crucial. You understand me? So with that being said, man, before we get out of here again, man, I just want to say thank y'all again for rocking with us. It's been a minute, we've been gone for a little while, having to take care of some things, but we back now, and we're gonna do the best that we can to get y'all more great content, to get y'all, more better topics, better interviews, and just try to help as much as we can as far as the promoting, the supporting, and just showing love, man. So if you're an up-and-coming artist, if you have any form of art, whether that's, again, culinary, painting, radio, podcasting, film, music, whatever it is, whatever type of art that you have, we're going to drop the email below. The email, hit us up at the email, which is the daylateshow96@gmail.com. Hit us here. Send a picture, a video file of whatever your art is. Send it to us. If you are a business owner with up-and-coming merch, with up-and-coming products that you want to preview on the show, we have $5 spots. $5 spots that you can pay for these times that we will help promote your business. We'll help promote your product. and whatever it is that you want us to get out. $5 spots. Guys, it's only a limited time. So get it now. Get it now. Because if you miss it, that's it. That's a wrap. I can't. It ain't nothing else more I can do. So right now, if again, entrepreneurs, business owners, if you have products, designs, whatever it is, please send it to the Day Late Show 96 at gmail.com. If you can't get it to us there, then please just follow us and go head over and leave it on the donation page on our website, which is thedaylateshow.com. If you find us, if you get us there, then send us a DM. Let us know whether that's never not real, excuse me, or the Day Late Show LLC. However you want to spin it, however you want to put it, man, hit us, send it to us. Like I say, they $5 slots. It's a limited time. Get your product out. Come on, let's get you an interview. Let's sit down and talk with you. Let you tell your story. With that being said, hey Trey Diesel, man, you got anything you want to add?
Just go follow the page. Support us, we support you. That's how it go. That's it.
Shit, that's all. Show love to get love. You understand me? So with that being said, man, you've been locked in and loaded with the hottest DJ on the motherfucking airways. I go by the flyest DJ in the Metroplex. This is E2 Smooth, but you have been locked in and loaded to the hottest podcast on the airways. This is the DLS, the Day Late Show. Like Trey said, man, give love to show love. You dig what I'm saying? Get it while it's getting good. $5 spots, man. It don't get no better than this. It don't get no better than this. So come support and come on and get it out and come sit down and talk with us and the DLS family. And I can't wait to see y'all. Remember what I said. If you don't take nothing else from this podcast today, I just ask that y'all pay attention, believe, and question everything. Question everything. Ask those questions. Ask those questions. With that being said, man, I see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.